I'm Anu Kiva, and this is what we just received to pull for you in this collective. It is an inspired message, but we feel it's more integrated. Like you may have received this message before, but now it's actually integrated in your physical, in your reality, in your mindset, in your mind, in the way you're holding conversations, I heard, and the way you're thinking thoughts. Your thoughts are more, I feel, translucent, and in that they ring with truth and clarity where they didn't previously. It was more idea than truth, and more want than clarity, more desire, and desire is more what you, I don't know how to say it. It's because I feel more ego than source, but I'm not sure how resonant you would be with that. So I will say it was more how that would look, how that would feel, how that would be, and how you could hold that, have that, and almost like look what I have, showy, shiny type of way, versus this was crafted for me, so I have it because it came to me, because it wanted me and I wanted it type of way. So that's a different dynamic, that's a different energy, a different vibe to it. And you had released this part of it, and now it's here. It's in that sovereignty, it's in integrity, it's in your sovereign fires, it's in your, I felt air energy coming through the sovereign air. So as you live it, as you breathe it, as you be it, as you eat it, I heard eat it very specifically, as you eat it, it is in truth, it is in source. It is not for shine, for show. It's like caviar. You're not eating caviar to say, I eat caviar, I have caviar. It's XYZ casual to me. You casually eat caviar because it's resonant to you, because you enjoy the way it feels energetically, vibrationally, because when you eat it, you feel you have ample amounts of energy to go on that hike. That's why you eat caviar, you know? And so there's a very big shift that has happened. You've integrated so much work that you've completely released that. It's gone, it's done, disappeared, gone, purified forever. And here it is. Here it is. Here's your purified source state of being. And you're no longer in that old space. And in that integration, you released so much. I felt work friends, workflow, events, things, just your life looks so different. And I almost feel there's like this acknowledgement that hasn't been had. Not that you really need that, but it's nice to have it. It's like, hey, you have changed and shifted your life so much. That's amazing. And you haven't really heard that. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. You have shifted so much. It is phenomenal. And anyone looking on the outside doesn't see the behind the scenes work that you actually did within your soul, within your source, within how you receive, for some of you, if it's religion, within how you receive God, how you resonate with your soul, with your source, with your collective, with God energy, with your frequency, with the ways of being, and for some of you, I feel it's even, there's different religions, and it's not religion based, but I do feel Allah, and I felt Odin, and I felt Viking, and in that I also felt Roman, Egyptian, Greek, Freya, Hecate, Isis, the Virgin Mary, so Mother Mary, sainthood, like Saint Cuthbert. There's another saint that's coming through and resonance, and it's like you all receive of us in different ways, in different formats, 444 as I say this, and however is most resonant to you, but you understand that it's a soul essence, it's a source essence, it's your essence that you're receiving from, and you've shifted out of being told what God is to you, what source is to you, and to what you feel personally on your journey is your source, is your God. And in that, you've shifted everything. Everything. You've revolutionized all of your work. All of your work has been upgraded to meet you in that space. Even the work that you may not be so proud of, if you're a music producer. Even the work that you directed and casted, and you're like, I could have done it this way, I could have done it that way. It's all been brought up. So as it's received through your purity, through your pure source. It's seen in the way you meant it to be seen, even if the characters aren't the way you meant them to be characterized or showcased. It's still meeting you where you are. Everything now meets you where you are. You're not going down to its level ever. You're not going, and it's not a downward either. You're not doing this. This isn't you. You are here, and everything around you sees you from this POV, from where you are, your POV. That's where everything is. And it trusts that it is seeing you there and it's meeting you there. And that's where it's resonant. So that's the only place it can receive you. Certain people can only receive you in this space. So they're doing their process. Once they're here, they'll meet you. If they're going back down the next week, they're not going to see you next week. And we're going to show you the cards that we had pulled for this read. The bottom of the deck was the Devil, so what you had released and left behind. Your current state of being is Four of Wands, your happy homesteading, your happy life. And what you had released and left behind and transmuted into the Four of Wands was the Eight of Swords energy, the bound, the gagged, the unknown, but the unknown fear versus this unknown, where your hands are up in the air and you're in that happy life, happy setting, where I may not know it all, but I know it's of me. And that feels resonant with here. It's gone. There is no fear of the shadow, for you understand the dynamic. And knowing you never have to release and go back into that space because you're out of it completely. King of Pentacles, and then Two of Swords. So King of Pentacles is where you're at now, and this is where you used to be, Two of Swords. And in that, I almost feel that there's money that's come through for you, where you couldn't see the investors, the money, the financing, or your own personal finances. You're like, I get X amount bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, yearly, annually, yearly and annually being the same thing, or every 2 months, and you couldn't see beyond that. Now you're King of Pentacles. Now you see it flows in from anywhere, any which way, you know? It's like you broadened the view of it, and in that broader view, you actually just tapped into your source luxury, source essence, and your soul luxury coming through. And because you're seeing from soul luxury, you see like never before, because you're not in that energy. That's gone completely. This is where you are. This is your POV. This is you. This is where you're seeing from. You're seeing from source, from soul, from essence. Okay. And there's a collective that this message was for too. We feel the beginning of the message tied into this message, but this message couldn't be received until you received that first half. Okay. Beautiful. 2 messages in one. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And trust that it is where it needed to be, heard where it needed to be heard, seen how it needed to be seen, and felt the way it was meant to be felt.